Hello everyone, I'm your host BlackTuna, welcome back in another video. Well, lately Mihoyo has been under the spotlight for different reasons, but today we actually bring good news on Mihoyo's side. Now if you know me, I'm a gacha aficionado. I play tons of gacha games on mobile, on PC like Genshin and Honkai, through emulation just like Punishing Grey Raven. I love my fake slot machines, right? Plus I'm a huge fan of cel-shaded anime art style and I really enjoyed Genshin Impact. I am enjoying right now Honkai Impact because yes, lately I've been playing a little bit less of Genshin and a lot more of Honkai because I've been pulled in by a viewer on Twitch. Hello Dark. And he convinced me to try the game again and now I'm sucked in Honkai. There's this very fast-paced, cool gameplay, cool enemies, and especially cool characters, right? And now what's the news? Well, recently they had a concert for Honkai. Yes, I know. Genshin also had one, but the Honkai one had something special in it because not only they announced some new open world sections in Honkai Impact 3rd, meaning a continuation of the story of the post-Honkai open world section of the game, they also announced a brand new Honkai video game. This is called Honkai Star Rail. I was honestly expecting Honkai Impact 4th, like the 4th impact of the Honkai, but apparently not. And I know this is not exactly new information. There were already leaks going around for this game, but we basically got official confirmation. So I wanted to go ahead, talk a little bit about this game, the trailer announcement, and a bit of the leaks that have been going around and see what kind of game this really is, because it's supposed to be some sort of mixture of the open world sections of Honkai, but way more open than that, sort of like Genshin, I guess, but with a different combat system, right? Which gets me really interested because the type of combat system seems to be turn-based. Now, seems to be. There's no confirmation, seems to be. But before we actually move on with this, I want to inform you that this game is actually opening the closed beta registration on the 8th of October, meaning one day from the uploading of this video. So this is from the channel Idzenono. He put together these leaks, so let's see what he has for us. This is the ASO icon for the game, the app icon for the game. I guess this is a title card. And a login screen. Okay. I guess that from the background, we can see it's some sort of... we have a planet over here in the bottom. And these are some sort of satellites, I'm assuming. Because again, we have to remember that Honkai is very, very different from Genshin. Although they are set in the same multiverse, I guess, they are very different in terms of timeline and setting. So Honkai is of course a sci-fi game, and this one being some sort of I guess spiritual sequel is gonna feature also some of the characters that we already know from Honkai and the post-Honkai events, right? So I guess we will have access to more spacey areas. Now, these ones should be sort of like, I guess, like the elements that we have in Genshin, but of course, different for this game. This reminds me of maybe maybe the cryo element, and this one is the electro, but of course, you can clearly see these are not really elements. It may be some sort of archetypes of classes. Okay, this maybe belongs to a warrior. This belongs to an assassin. This one to a crowd controller. This one to a support. I don't know. Just speculating over here. Seems like icons belonging to characters. Now we have actually a glimpse at the UI. Much like we have in Genshin, we have access to 4 characters. The first one being the selected one, the one in the open world, the active character. We have, I guess, a jump button and an attack button. There seem to be no skills available right now, but the open world exploration may be something secondary in this new Honkai game, right? Because again, battles perhaps take place in a strategic fashion, in a turn-based fashion. We have some interactables over here. Of course, this is an untextured environment, doesn't really matter. This seems like a party finder or, you know, a group overview of what's going on. 1-1, maybe this is the dungeon that this guy is facing. It seems to say 1-1, I don't know. This is to get out of the dungeon, possibly. And this maybe is a series of objectives. Clearly over here where we have this orange arrow, there should be some sort of minimap with other sub-objectives over here for the area. And this is again maybe some interactable items. I cannot read Chinese, unfortunately. Although there is a mana bar. Maybe this is actually a skill. Who knows? But we can also have a glimpse at the characters. Now, Honkai is renowned for having pretty much 99.9% female characters and one male character. Over here, we can already see that there is one male character in action and three female characters. These two seem to be adults, and this one seems to be some sort of, little kid. Who knows? Now, we have a glimpse at another male character. Now, again, the resolution, it is what it is. This seems to be some sort of, I don't know, maybe interactable quest hub where you can take bounties, maybe secondary quests, or maybe it's just there for aesthetics and fashion. With a billboard here for what seems to be a restaurant. I guess that's like the Good Hunter in Genshin Impact. And this is part of the open world. Now, again, this is rough and it's probably coming off of an early stage build. Now, there's really not too much we can understand out of this open world section, apart from the fact that this gate seems to be interactable. There seems to be some sort of prompt over here, this white orb. Maybe it's something that when you get close lets you interact with the gate and maybe open it or cross it somehow. This makes me think that it's not completely open world, but you know, you're going to have to go through different instances, maybe a bit similar to what you will do in the open world in Honkai, right? Although now that I look better at it, there's also a white orb over here, so unless this white orb pertains to the billboard and even that one is interactable, maybe the two white orbs belong to the character, maybe some sort of ability. Who knows? Now we have some static action. We can see the pyro, the fire used by this character. Now, is this the same character as before? Yeah, I guess the green hue actually throws you off, but it is the same character. It's fighting an enemy. Generic Fatui-like enemy, I guess. Again, not too much to be seen over here. This guy seems to have a staff or some sorts. And the open world, again, from this screenshot, kinda bland. You can't really make out too many of the details. Okay, now we actually get a better look at the character. It's him. It's the same character, and he is wielding some sort of mace, some sort of baton, or something along those lines. It doesn't really seem to be a weapon intended to kill. It seems like a blunt weapon, and that's it. And we also get a better look at this guy, the enemy. The enemy seems to be some sort of humanoid character. It seems to be actually definitely a human with an armor on top. You can see he has some sort of clothing underneath. Again, not too much detail in the environment. A bit confusing. Again, we have some sort of pyro thingy going on. I'm assuming this actually comes from the enemy though. Now, same screen. Over here we can get a bit of the UI. We get 3 characters right now. I don't know what this is supposed to be in the bottom right, but as you can see in the top left we have what looks like a minimap, right? And the area seems to be very much confined, as you can see from the borders. So maybe slightly open areas, but still limited by loading screens perhaps. And we can see the world is clearly not finished. The buildings in the background seem to have some sort of higher level texturing. These walls over here, they are missing all the textures. Again, the world seems to be a little bit empty, but there are some NPCs. So like in Mondstadt, this is maybe a main city and it has some of the features like guards, political stuff and whatnot. Who knows? Okay, so now this is what makes people think that this is a turn-based game. The fact that this character and the other character are standing still in front of the two enemies. Enemies that we've already seen. These are enemies from Honkai, clearly. Not this one on the right, this is a different one. This is clearly an enemy from Honkai that we've seen multiple times. We can see an HP bar, and I guess what is elemental resistances or elements that you should be using better to defeat these enemies. In fact, we can see that for this icy enemy, they recommend fire and I guess what seems like wind. And for the fire enemy, they recommend ice and I don't know what this is, honestly. Melee damage, I guess. I'm not sure. And I guess the fact that this is lit up, the red orb is lit up over here, it means that it's his turn right now. So he's making a move. Now, in terms of characters, I don't know who this guy on the left is. This character, is clearly exclusive. I've never seen this in Honkai. I could be wrong, I'm a new player, but I don't think I've ever seen this character in Honkai so far. But the fact that he's an archer and is fighting at this range, at this distance, again, makes me think this is a turn-based game, right? Character design seems to be on point. I mean, rarely Mihoyo does bad characters design. I don't know if they ever did a bad character design. Environment, kind of bland, kind of empty. Not too much going on. Not too many colors as well. It's very flat. But again, this may be textured, but not colored. Who knows? Okay, we actually get a glimpse at the UI. This actually reminds me a lot of Genshin Impact. We have some sort of inventory system, perhaps some party finder, but again, these icons are all the same and they repeat each other. Camera mode, much appreciated. Setting, mail, messaging. You have your avatar, you have your name, you have your whatever this is, the banner, and this is captured on mobile. So clearly this game is also going to be cross-platform between mobile and PC. We have, the classic things from a mobile device. The same character once again. I'm guessing this is going to be some sort of default character that we can get in the very beginning, like the Traveler. And again, the environment, shadows, clearly, first of all, it's captured on phone, so clearly lower resolution, lower everything, but also the world is not finished because this is an early stage build. Okay, we also have a look at what possibly looks like a dungeon or something of that sort. We can see some objectives. Maybe these are teleporters or respawn points, and what's red seems to be, I don't know, maybe an elite encounter, an enemy, an objective, who knows. But you can clearly see that this is only the available path. All the rest is decor and fancy furniture, fancy buildings. Okay, and we finally get a glimpse at the characters. First of all, not gonna lie, I really appreciate when they have a 2D art for the character before actually letting you see 3D model. But there are a few things that you have to keep in mind in this screen. This is a Honkai game, right? What does Honkai do? They have the same characters multiple times with different suits of armor, different versions of the same character. We can see the very same thing over here. We have this redhead character over here, level 1, with a fire icon. Perhaps this is a fire type character. Let's call this character A, letter A, right? So this is A fire type, but then we have another one over here, right? So we have A yellow type, which is, I guess, thunder. I don't know, maybe it's thunder, who knows. But yeah, we can see that they have the same character multiple times with different elements, so perhaps the same characteristic that makes Honkai different from Genshin will still apply to this new Honkai game. Again, we have multiple male characters. We have 3, and then other random characters. I think we have ice, I think we have wind, fire, fire again, blue, maybe water, I don't know. Ice again, wind, neutral element. These two characters seem to not have an element, and this one, the very bottom one, seems to actually be a default character because we've seen him so many times. We can see how many stars these characters have. This is a 1-star character. I guess you can just power them up and make them stronger, maybe different levels of ascension or enhancement. Now, this, I think, is a party formation. We have these 3 characters right now. These are neutral, no element. This guy seems to be wind element, anemo, if you will. And this guy, this is basically Zhongli. Yeah, team edit also on the top left, just noticed, of course. What do we have over here? Okay, this is probably a level up screen where you can use materials. You can scroll and choose how many materials you want to use to level these characters up or to heal them up. It's a very similar screen to what we see in Genshin, not gonna lie. We have a glimpse at the inventory. So when we are opening the inventory, it seems like the character, as you can see in the background, is using a mobile phone, a mobile device to open the inventory. There's a premium currency over here that I'm assuming is what you use to do gacha, and some materials. Okay, again, same composition. We have an enemy, 2 people facing the same enemy, and we have what I think are suggested elements to defeat him. Seems like a turn-based combat because these guys are standing still in front of the enemy. The environment right here looks already much more vibrant, although not that much. But yeah, different environments and cool weapon, cool character. I like this one. Okay, what seems to be some open world exploration with some milestones, some key locations, things to unlock, perhaps This is gonna be some sort of statue of the 7 where you interact with it, unlock more of the map. And chests. Of course, we have chests with walls that need to be overcome somehow, I guess by defeating this enemy over here. And also, this makes me think that we're not gonna have a full open world map, but more of semi-open locations that then we have to go through loading screens. Now we actually get to some characters, splash arts, and ooh, they look good. I mean, just look at this. Wow. Male character definitely seems to be an assassin. Look at this guy. Fancy. Hey, nice shoes, man. This is the archer that we saw earlier. Very vibrant colors, unlike everything that we've seen in the world. This character actually looks very, very colorful. I like it. Very cool character. Solid design. Okay, we have what seems to be... Is this a rifle? What is this? What is this weapon? Very cool character. Seems electro or thunder. I don't know how to define these elements, judging from the hair color and the weapon color too. And also a bit of the outfit. Very cool. Okay, this is the same character we saw earlier. I guess we've seen 2 elements of this character. Traveling with a suitcase. I mean, I don't know what to say about this design. How are you beating your enemies? And this is the chibi, tiny, young character that we've seen as well. There's another one, apparently. Reminds me of Klee. Okay, we have some artwork from the game. I guess one of the characters is some sort of support, some sort of nurse. Okay, good stuff. Okay, now this is what seems to be the female version of the default character that we've seen earlier on. In fact, the same outfit and colors and same hair color as well. This is Zhongli. I mean, it's clearly Zhongli, but of a different word. Spear, same hairstyle, same cocky attitude, and badass outfit. This guy is a Chad. We have, again, Klee. This is the same character as before, right? Okay, this is actually a character from Honkai Impact 3rd from the open world, the post-Honkai open world. So we already know this character. Main character again, that's what I think at least. Now, this actually reminds me of Seely. I've seen this thumbnail on a video earlier and reminds me of Seely, I don't know what's the name of the character, how's the pronunciation, but it's a character from Honkai. Well, at least I think it is. Same hair color, these ribbons, butterflies. It's a common theme for her character. You can see it even over here. I mean, a much more bold version of the character, I would say, but appreciated nonetheless. Cool design. Same character that we've already seen. Default character again. Let's go. Zhongli, nice to meet you again. Oh, and this is a straight up confirmation. We have, I mean, confirmation, I wish, I think. Because she has a side too in the other game, so in Honkai Impact 3rd. And wow, this character splash art is incredible. So cool. Look how dynamic it is. Are you seeing this? Wow, what the hell is that? Wow, Catalyst user, look at this. Wow, this Catalyst is so beautiful, this book. Nice character. Look, you can see the line on the socks. Full detail. This guy looks like a Chad. Look at... Wow, is that a cannon? What kind of weapon is that? Plus, what kind of cape is that? What the fuck? It's huge. Nice. Okay, splash art of the same character. Medic. We've already seen this one. Okay, we actually get some animation. Very rough animation. Wow. What the hell? Okay. God damn, these are low resolution. The cutscenes are pretty much what they do in Genshin. Very slow paced. Characters talking one at a time. Very simple dialogue. So, yeah. Unfortunately, this is one of the aspects of Genshin that actually bores me the most. Is how conversations are laid out. They are way too flat. Got some interesting bit now. I guess this is the official in-game character model of the redhead girl we've seen. I'm wondering if this is the fire type or the yellow type. Maybe you can just switch element at your will. Who knows? Character models are actually really clean. And then there's this one. Pretty clean too. Very beautiful character. Yeah, and this video is from SciShow, and this is gonna be the last thing that we're gonna see today. And okay, so we have Hook, which is the little kid, and Seely, or Sele, the character from Honkai. So it's really the real name. Then we have Welt from Honkai, Clara, so this is not Klee, Asta, okay, nice character. Himeko, wait, is Himeko the same character from Honkai? Dude, I can't remember the names, honestly. Serval. Bronya! This is another character from Honkai. Doesn't look anything like Bronya. What the fuck? Very cool character. Dan Heng, I guess is Zhong Li. You want to write there. March 7th. What the fuck? What's that? Wait. Main character. Okay, yeah, that's a main character. Gepard, Shambo, Pela, Okolia. Terrible name. Natasha. Irene. And the last one, sorry, I couldn't read in time. Arlan. Okay, this is just a very simple illustration over there. Oh, and we got a higher resolution cutscene over here, which is pretty cool. Alright, and I guess that was pretty much it. Everything that has been leaked so far, or at least everything that I could find so far about the new Honkai game. And again, remember that in one day, on the 8th of September, there's going to be the registration for the closed beta of this new game. So I'm guessing you don't want to miss it, because the game looks like it's really well crafted. Of course, I have to keep in mind that all the images that we've seen so far were from very early stage builds, and I really hope this is actually turn-based. I love turn-based games. Anyway, I hope to hear about you guys and what you think about this game, if you're ever going to play it, if you like where this game is going and how it's branching off Honkai Impact 3rd, because this is everything I had to tell you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, do click the like button, subscribe, and leave a comment down below, because I will see you again soon enough in another video.